Halloween apples. When we were kids, we used to say that. Well, not all the time. We still did the old trick or treat. But welcome, Zen Runners. Welcome to Halloween apples. It's October. So, really, when I was a kid, sometimes we'd say Halloween apples, or other kids would call out Halloween apples at the door. And I Googled her on the old Googler, and just to get the history of it all. Turns out it's a phenomenon on the Canadian prairies. Who knew? But I have to put a caveat on this because I looked on Wikipedia and they went on to say the reason that apples were popular at Halloween because sometimes they would be covered in toffee and the children thought they were a treat. No. There was no toffee. She was just a straight up Macintosh apple. And my mom would take them out of the pillowcase when we sorted my candy, and I got them in my lunch for the next month. So there was no toffee. None. Anyways, should you ever be in my neck of the woods on Halloween night, you can holler at my front door, Halloween apples, and maybe you'll get one of these. So, you ready? Come on down and have a little look at these apples. Oh. So, apple number 1. This is a lovely Granny Smith. Look at that vibrant green. And as vibrant green as that apple is, it's tart. It's sharp. It's no nonsense. So, number 1. Number 2 is my urban apple. Can you see the crystals, the glitter, the glam, the lights, the action, the camera? Likes the hustle, likes the bustle. Are you that apple? Or are you this beauty? I couldn't resist. This to me, this apple's living its true life. It's going to get all the juice. It's going to be the best pie. This is somebody who's trying to have their cake and eat it too. This is somebody who's going for the gusto. Come on up. Let's visit a few more minutes while I get my cards ready. Today we will be using both my Rider-Waite decks. Just a throwback. I do have some spooky cards. I could have used them, but they're kind of spooky. So, oh, look at. Everybody's jumping. Oh, look at that. He's going trick-or-treating. I need to take a breath, calm my mind. How about you? You comfy? Got your stretchy pants on? Do you have a beverage? Have you got a buddy watching with you and you guys are each going to pick a number and see what's in store for you? Come on. Ooh. A little slow there. Come on, everybody, warm up. Actually, it looks quite gray out, but it's not. It's warm and overcast. It is almost like a Chinook. Again, there's a nice word for you if you're not into Canadiana lingo. Chinook. The happiest word somebody in a prairie winter can hear is a Chinook. But yeah, big Chinook arch across the sky this morning. So it's supposed to rain, but really it's just beautiful out. All right. I'm going to bring you down now. Hopefully you've got yourself settled. And then we'll deal these cards. And then we're going to see what spooktacular things are in store for you. Come down. There you go. So watch the deal. That's important too. what's up for my little trick-or-treaters? Are they gonna get a Halloween apple, or are they gonna get one with toffee on it? Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? If only. A little bit more. These guys haven't been out for a while, and they're sort of saying, we need to get some more fresh air here. Fling us around a little more. Oh, there's a beautiful cut right there. All right, you fellas wait right there, and we'll get your clarifying friends going here too. And then away we go. The doglets are all sleeping. So hopefully, oh, no dog doorbell. Look at how good that was. Got it. Oh, all right, we're ready. Oh, there's my itchy nose. Yay! Okay, so straight out of the fan. No hocus, no pocus. And here we go. Oh, I think this is for this fella. Sit up. These sets are getting so elaborate here, I can't move around. I'm gonna have to get a sound stage pretty soon. Can you hear Amiga snoring in the background? I will not take responsibility for that noise. It's the dog. It really is the dog snoring. Ooh, that'll go with that. All right, there's the big cards. What's on the bottom of the reading? The King of Cups. See how he plays in a minute. And I'm going to put a clarifier on right now, just because I can. Good. And on the bottom, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, there's all the birds at the feeder. Ace of Pentacles, not too worried about that, but I do have a couple of jumpers here that are really interesting. So, without further ado, let us van a white. Ooh, uno, dos, tres. So, here's how this is going to work. If you've picked number 1, just stay with us. If you've picked number 2 or number 3, go down to the description and you'll see a time. Fast forward to that time and you'll get your own reading. That way you can come back and revisit this video whenever you like, and maybe you'll pick a different apple. You'll be feeling a little tart, or a little glamorous, or a little too big for your britches. Who knows, but it's all lots of fun, and here we go. So, bye-bye, number 2 and 3, and number 1. Let's see. So, you got 4 cards. It's usually 3 cards, but 4 came out, and who am I to decide, right? What the universe wants you to hear. The first card is going to tell us is what's been driving you. If you have a specific question, what's brought this question, or what's been niggling you. And then the next will be, where are you right now in relation to that subject? And then the next card would be, what should you do, or what signpost should you look forward in the future? Ready, set, go. So, what is been driving you? Interestingly enough, a duplicate to what fell out. So I'm going to guess that card was meant for you. And two. So the first card is the Two of Wands. Wands are work, activity, the actual doing. Just, you can usually assume or hope the planning part is done, and now we're putting the gloves on and we're going to break sod. So it's time to start doing, but as you can see, he's ready. He's got his world in his hand and he's organized, and now he's just waiting for all the components to come in together and to start his project. And this is active waiting. So it's not that this issue is gone away. You're just in the valley right now, and I almost think the holdup could do with some money, a message about money or resources, anything of value. The thing to know about this is an old war horse, and although you're waiting, he's slow, but he's steady. He's like the tortoise in The Tortoise and the Hare. So that's why you're waiting, because this is just slow. But he just plods along. He'll show up. Don't worry. And the cards that fell out on the war horse, here he is again. And the 10 is shows the wheel of fortune, the wheel of life, has come up to the top now. So the cycle is complete, and it's time to, if you like harvest, to reap. So yeah, you've done your work, you're in good spirits, but you're waiting for something. Oh, I never looked at the other cards, but ooh. Where are you right now? You're pretty calm. You're good about this wait, because you are confident. This is the 10 of Cups. This is happily families. This is happily ever after. This is like we got through the rain, and here comes the rainbow. And that's sort of what this is. We've done the work. The grunt work is over. It's time now to just pick the grapes and make the wine, right? Awesome. So that's where you are now. You are confident that you've dotted the I's and crossed the T's and done the work. Funny enough, the clarifier on it is somebody who's kind of said, get out of my way. That if you want it done right, do it yourself. So you've just sort of manhandled your way to the front of the pack, picked this stuff up, organized it, threw it over your shoulder, and hauled it over the finish line. Now you're just waiting for the rest of them to catch up. And that card is that. That's that person that just sort of says, it's like the car lands on the kid and the mother just says, look out, and she grabs that bumper and throws the car out of the way. That's this sort of almost superhero kind of thing, but it's not all flash. The work gets done. And what do you need to know going forward? You should celebrate. This is celebration. This is actually women in particular celebrating. To me, this is the sister card, sort of, not necessarily women in that sisters, but that kind of familiar trust. So you could be sisters from a different mister, but you're not, but you still have that that confidence that somebody has your back. And yeah, it's just joy, happiness. So what an awesome little reading. Look at all the cups. Happiness, joy. Wow. What do you need to know going forward? Get them friends together and have a little celebration. Whatever you manage to get over the finish line, well done you. So I'll see you in about a month. Don't forget to subscribe so I don't have to chase you around via Facebook and stuff. And you're welcome to leave me a comment. I do check for comments every now and then. And yeah, I'm always interested Just don't be mean. You take care, number ones. Bye-bye. Hi, my little cosmopolitan apple. Just have to have a little breath. Clear out all the good stuff in number one. And then we're going to have a look at you. Number two. So the first card I will talk about will represent maybe something that's been niggling you. Maybe it's been in the back of your mind, it's looping in the night, you wake up and it's the first thought on your mind, or you find during the day your mind drifts to that. Something that you need to just take a little look at. And then the next card's going to talk about where are you right now. And the last card will talk about what you need to know going forward. Maybe a shortcut. How's that? Maybe we'll get you thinking with a different track so that you might find a way around some obstacles or come up with a whole new plan. Who knows? And then, of course, I have a clarifier. Ooh, look at your clarifier. So whatever we're going to see right now is terrific. Because the sun, even on a bad reading, the sun symbolizes some clarity coming to a situation. So if it doesn't talk about straight up joy, it's talking about clarity. So here we go. First card out of the gate. What's been bothering you? The Magician, a major arcana card. This is an interesting personality type. It's somebody who you meet them and they seem untouchable. They sometimes I say they have the Midas touch. Everything they encounter turns to gold. They appear very lucky. Life, they just roll along and they don't ever have any hardships, and money just seems to fall in their lap. And what I have discovered now that I'm an old doll is there's a lot of smoke and mirrors with people like that. You end up finding out that, they drive the newest car, but it's leased and their cards are maxed out. And, it's never just quite what they present. So here is this energy of smoke and mirrors, of sleight of hand, rabbit. Yeah. So while you might think this guy can make a miracle, no, it's a trick. It's a magic trick. There's a difference. So that's the first card. There's this kind of tricky energy. Yes, a Houdini energy around you. And where are you? Oh, maybe somebody wants to borrow some money. It appears to be the bank of you. This is a person, could be a female energy, but it's somebody who watches her pennies and her dollars look after themselves. She's kind of practical about money. She's steadfast in, money isn't an issue for her because she doesn't spend more than she makes, and she doesn't have to worry because she just stays in the lines. And then in the end, it makes her really powerful because she's not at the whims of, when something fun comes along, she's got a few shekels in the bank and away she goes. And really, she just doesn't think about it. She naturally knows how to balance her money, and it literally is. She doesn't spend more than she makes, and she puts some away right at the start so that she's in control even when she's not in control. She's set it up so that as she sits on her throne, this happens. Wow. And the third card is, the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about institutional things. My first thought with these two cards is a banker. Something to do with the bank. Oh, wait a minute. Financial planner. Yeah, forget banker. financial planner. All right, here we go. You ready? Who is this? I think you've met somebody who's I don't think they're disingenuous. I just think they have a script and they are very, maybe you already know them. And if you don't, they're very charismatic and they're pretty good at their delivery. So you aren't sensing, it seems like fast talk to you, but it seems a little bit reasonable. And you have something to invest, or you're interested in buying it, or you want to get, like timeshare or something, like sharing a holiday home or something. But you're in a position to spend some money, give some money, invest some money, and this person would like to facilitate it for you. The Sun and the Hierophant. I believe that it might be all right as long as your magician friend can do all of this sort of with his sleeves rolled up on a table in front of you in broad daylight. If this plan could be scrutinized under the brightest light, will they be able to make the standards that traditionally institutions, especially financial institutions, are obliged to? See, I'm thinking like an MLM thing or a get-rich-quick thing, or not a get-rich-quick, but almost like a pyramid-y thing. Or go back and look at this. There's a reason that these kinds of things stand for 200 years and protect people through all kinds of financial ups and downs, the institutions, especially here in Canada, because they work. So maybe this guy says, I can get you, with our great investment vehicle, we could, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but do I have any insurance? Like when you deposit at the bank, there's insurance. Just make sure that this is straight up legit. Shine a little light on it. And if after that you are satisfied, go right ahead. But again, I'm just sort of hearing, if it's too good to be true, it is. Especially for you shiny guys. Sometimes you get thrust into situations with really smooth people. And you got to be extra careful. So extra careful. Bye. Number 3. Well, aren't you the Big Mac Daddy? If you ate that apple a day, you would be thin, because you wouldn't eat nothing else but that apple. Oh, just taking a little breath, clearing my mind from all the excitement with the other readings. So the first card I'm going to pull is going to talk about what's been bothering you. And then, or the question on your mind, or if you don't have a question, maybe it's going to scratch up something and something you've been avoiding. And then the next question we'll talk about is where are you right now? And the last question will be, what do you need to know going forward? Ready? Oh, and I have a clarifier. Well, you have some very interesting cards, my big apple friend. First out of the gate is, what's been on your mind? Do you know this guy? Appropriate for the Halloween reading. Now, the devil, to me, isn't like a guy with hooves and horns, and unless he's at my door yelling Halloween apples. I do believe that there's bad stuff, but I don't believe in like a actual devil. So the devil to me is stuff we devil ourselves with. And if you look, those people are chained. Funnily enough, we sign up quite willingly and run over and chain ourselves to our devils. Devils are anything that have gone from fun and healthy and appropriate to sort of out of control. Addictions, compulsions, obsessions. They don't have to be long term. You can be deviled by something probably in a breakup, the first couple of weeks after a breakup. Every time the phone rings, you look. Something good happens to you, you want to phone the ex just to kind of let them know life is good. That's somebody in your mind bedeviling you. So something's kind of got you by the collar, and for whatever reason, every time you step forward, it pulls you back a little bit. So you need to shed your devil so you can be all that you're meant to be. Interesting. Who is the devil? What is your devil? Oh, look at that. I just threw him on the floor. Get rid of him. Get up here, you lazy old bugger. Ooh, gotta shift around a bit. What's it about? I almost think it's about a relationship. This is the Knight of Cups, and he's a romantic dreamer. He's somebody that wants so badly that awesome love completion feeling that they will overlook a lot of bad crap. A lot of, yeah. You can see he's got his visor up, but I still think he sees the world with rose-colored glasses. Maybe that's how you got involved with the devil. You weren't taking a clear picture. What do you need to know going forward? Well, there is some loss involved here. Your 3 cups are spilt. That's a lesson. And we all know that tears cried over spilt milk are useless tears. The milk is gone. Let's get the bounty out and get her all mopped up and get some water, right? So your first inclination is to look down at what you've lost. And maybe that's what you need to know going forward, is let's clearly see what that just cost me, so I don't go back there, right? You want to turn around and grow what's standing upright in your life, what's serving you, what's meeting your needs. Give that more attention. But why don't you have a good hard examination of what that was all about, and take off your rose-colored glasses. I think if you sat down honestly with yourself and a box of Kleenex or a nice cold stiff drink, the one that makes your teeth grit, and did an honest examination of this, you'd figure out that you willingly signed yourself up. You made a bunch of choices that got you there. He didn't run out and grab you and tie you down. This took some time, and you got there all pretty much on your own steam. And you certainly made yourself available to it with this sort of, I'm just going to keep staring straight ahead, like you're hypnotized, not noticing that things were getting out of hand, things that were important to you were getting away from you. What's the outcome? What's the clarification on this? Once you get down into the weeds and the details and sort of accept what was your part in it, was I really just blind, and or did I choose to turn a blind eye? And when you get down to the details and the fine lines of things, that's how you improve the quality of things, improve the quality of your relationships, improve the quality of your life, right? At each one you make, if you learn from the last one, gets better and better until you perfect it and become a master. A master at living your whole full life. Wow, I'm loving that apple. So yeah, take a quick gander down and see what it is. And if you can't get the fluid back, the cup, you can't get the milk back in the cup. But wash the cup out, get back up on your feet, and be honest with yourself about how you got here. Do a close examination. And the next time you try this, the next time you put some emotion out, the next time you take a gamble or risk something you care about, you'll have even a better outcome because you'll be that much more proficient. Wow. Oh, lawnmower. God, you can't get away from them even inside the house. End of October here, and we're still having lawn mowing. I love my life. Anyways, everybody, happy Halloween, and yeah, go forth. Be happy, my little crab apples.